So the Persona 3 Portable Remaster is out. Hooray. I don't know, lately, I've been feeling the need to play that game. But at the same time, it was like, do I play Persona 3 Portable? Or do I play Persona 3 Fest? And as I went back and forth in my head on which version to play, I realized that I hadn't played Fest in a long time. So I decided to just replay that game instead, and kind of see what about Fest makes it so appealing to the diehard fans of that game, including myself. I can't speak for y'all, but I can speak for me. And I know one of the most important things about Persona 3 Fest that attracts me to it is that damn atmosphere. Now, if you're playing Persona 3 Portable and you enjoy Persona 3 Portable, that's totally fine. My first experience with Persona 3 was actually through Persona 3 Portable, and I had a great time. But I've also gone back and played Fest, and I totally understand why the atmosphere is so appealing. There's something about the presentation of Persona 3 that I think is greatly helped by having the overworld and the atmosphere of the cutscenes and so on, the same way that Persona 4 has the atmosphere through cutscenes in the overworld that lends itself. But I think the difference between both of those games is that Persona 3 is a much more darker story. It's a much more mature story. Mature as in it's dealing with a lot heavier themes throughout the course of the whole game. And the mood and the lighting of the cutscenes, and especially the vibe that you get, can't really be replicated the same way that the visual novel in Persona 3 Portable does. It still can work, but it won't be as strong. Persona 3's layout and overworld works exactly the same as Persona 4's overworld and layout. You can walk around, you can talk to people, you can inspect certain objects. But what's most important is, just like in Persona 4, how you can walk around and experience the vibe of Inaba, you can walk around here in Persona 3 and experience the vibe of Iwatodai. So it kind of lends itself to that same effect. You can see the city, you can go to the bookstore, you can go to the movies, you can go to school. It just helps kind of make everything feel that much more real and immersive to you. And you don't get that same vibe from the visual novel experience, unfortunately. One of the most important concepts in Persona 3 is the concept of the Dark Hour. But your first exposure to it in Persona 3 Fest is through a cutscene. And because it is a cutscene that is directed and viewed differently, you get a better, more visual understanding of how that works. And it's pretty eerie. I mean, look at this. So when you play this exact scene in Persona 3 Portable, I'm sorry, it just doesn't hit the same. It still gets the desired effect, but it's not as strong as Persona 3 Fest's. And the problem that you have there is choosing between presentation or quality of life in both games. It's like, while you get so much better quality of life improvements in P3P, you miss out on moments of the overworld in Persona 3 Fest, like walking through the town of Junpei and seeing other characters interact. You miss out on the animation of Koromaru running around. You miss out on the animation of Elizabeth going down up escalator, or her playing piano, or her trying to learn how to run track and jumping over a bar. You don't get any of those small moments that really immerse you in the town, or the city, I should say, of Iwatodai, the same way that Persona 4 immerses you in the town of Inaba. And that's what makes you want to protect it and defend it. Overall, I think that's just everything I've got to really say about Persona 3 Fest and its atmosphere. It's the biggest thing that sells me on it. The bummer is that you're gonna have harder difficulty if you choose to play this iteration of the game, and you're gonna have less quality of life. So the ultimate thing that would be necessary is just a remake. You take the quality of life of Persona 3 Portable, you take the female protagonist, and you just put it together with the atmosphere and the presentation of Fest, and you got yourself a good ass game. Are we gonna get that? Who knows? But I know what game I'm gonna play right now, and it's gonna be Fest. That Persona 3 Portable opening is a bop though.